Mamamoo News, bringing you news all about Mamamoo. Our Squirtle leader was invited to 2 days, 1 night for the opening ceremony of Winter Fun Olympics. The producers told her that she would sing for the Winter Olympics, like the official one, but surprise, surprise, it's for a variety show. And that was it. She was literally there for like 2 minutes. But the show did achieve its highest viewership with 17.5% when Solar found out that she was invited for the Winter Fun Olympics instead. It also ranked number 1 with 11.6% in KBS. There's a short behind-the-scenes video of her making Bubble Love. Movivic translated it in Twitter as well, so if you want to check it out for yourself, links are always down below. Then on her last day as a radio DJ, Moonbyul was her guest, and it aired on Sunday. Now, usually this radio doesn't do viewable radio shows on Sundays, but since a lot of Ayoungs requested it, which is her radio fans, is what she called them, the staff prepared it to be viewable after the live broadcast. So that is why the live broadcast was audio only, but there's also a VOD with the video. They also prepared a cake for her last day. So nice. Chosi, who usually translates the Solar Shido videos on YouTube, has revealed for us some very good news. The team has now someone to provide English subtitles as soon as they're uploaded, so fans no longer need to work for free. Solar, best leader, has posted on her IG story screenshots of her listening to Wheein's Make Me Happy and Moonbyul's Lunatic on the day of release. Wheein also said on her V-Live that she saw Hwasa's Instagram post, but not Moonbyul's or Solar's. Fans did tell her that Moonbyul and Solar posted something on Instagram, so she tried looking it up, but she was only able to see Moonbyul's. Due to the 24 hours limit, she couldn't find Solar's. But it is here. I promise you, Wheein. She did it. She's a good leader.
Fandom.
Okay, let's talk about Wheein's album Hui first, since it was first released. Wheein broke her own record of first week with sales over 50,000 copies sold within 3 days since release. With 55,661 copies sold, she surpasses Red with 49,329 copies. In fact, on the first day, we sold 28,714 copies, almost doubling Red sales, and we also sold 7 times more than Soar. There's still a couple more days left of the week, so this number will be bigger. We also achieved 20 number ones on the iTunes album chart, which is her first album to achieve this. I'll add a thread where you can see which countries got her number 1. Make Me Happy reached number 1 on Bug's chart, and her music video has reached 10 million views on YouTube already. The Live even made a poster about it. Chosi translated this interview with her, and one of them asked her if she had any plans or goals for this album. She answers, "This year, aside from music-related activities, I'm going to try and fill in lots of spaces to communicate with our fans." Aside from music-related activities? Does that mean she's going to go out of her comfort zone? Speaking of, she is scheduled to appear on TVN's Comedy Big League on January 23rd at 7:45 p.m. Korean Standard Time. So this is a music-related show, but it's more of a comedy show where you have 2 comedians who do parody singing for a Zoom online audience. Has she overcome her shyness and starting to branch out to different shows? Actually, Ailey was also on this show for her comeback Don't Touch Me promotion twice. So this show doesn't actually require the artist to do too much ad-lib. There's a script that she has to follow and basically sing, and then the 2 comedians are funny enough to just support the show, basically. It's not as scary as variety shows where our idols have to talk a lot and be funny just to get screen time. There's a script. She knows what screen time she'll have. It's kind of like SNL, where the comedians carry on the show and then the guests are just there to follow the script. Or if they have the confidence, they can ad-lib if they want. It seems like a big step for her. I'm very proud. On Dindin's radio show, she was asked on her thoughts of her own YouTube channel. And she said that she doesn't want to do it now, but she's thought about making it in the future. Thinking of it is the first step, you guys. What's interesting is the live showcases music videos of Ailey and Wheein on its YouTube channel, but Ailey has her own YouTube channel. You should check it out, actually. She streams on Twitch and then she uploads like highlights from that stream on her YouTube channel and with English subtitles. It's funny. She's amazing. So if Wheein wants to do more of those Christmas skits, she could just put it on her channel instead of putting it on a music channel, because honestly, that came out of the blue. Like, it's not even in the live playlist. There's no category playlist for it besides Wheein being bored. Then during Kim Shin-young's radio show, she said that she saw Lee Juno from 2PM talk about how his favorite OST is actually hers from his drama The Red Sleeve. And she said that he was her favorite 2PM member back since she was in school, so she was very happy to hear that. Wheein also had her own Neighbor Now party room where she was with a Mamamoo that talked to each other and had their own fanfic calling each other babe. That's real.
자기가 이상한 소리나 자기가 이상한 소리 하고 있는 거 같은데 회사랑 썸 타냐고? 아이 무슨 그런 소리를 해. 회사는 직장이지. 자기야 나 무당인 거 몰랐니? 야 자기 나한테 왜 그 직업 숨겼어?
Wheein just had her first K-Town for You video call fan sign on January 21st, and Mamamoo asked, "Do you want a fandom name for your soloist, Wheein?" To which she replied with that she would rather keep saying Moomoo's instead of a separate name for herself, which I think is very sweet of her. Then during an offline fan meeting, Wheein said that they talked a lot about doing a unit project, but they need to discuss about it more since there's a lot of individual schedules, so there's a lot of like this time conflicting issues. But she's positive about it, so everyone just pray and manifest Hwasa unit, please. Wheein will also be guesting at Eunji's Gayo Plaza on the 25th of January along with Bam Bam, GOT7's Bam Bam. Ravi not only surprised Wheein with a cake during her V-Live, Ravi was also on Idol Dictation Contest, and he wrote a sign saying, "Please give lots of love to Wheein, make me happy. Best boss." And finally, Wheein and Moonbyul are both in the lineup for show Music Core and Music Bank, which already aired. Moonbyul did perform on M Countdown, but you can still vote for Wheein on M Countdown. And actually, according to the K-Show analysis, Wheein has a 35% chance of winning on M Countdown already. But this is the early version for January 27th, so anything could change. Wheein has a higher chance of winning compared to Moonbyul, and that's probably more important. But yet, I also feel bad for Moonbyul because she's only promoting for 1 week while Wheein is promoting for 2 weeks, so I do kind of feel like she'll have another chance just purely due to time. So I'm not really sure, but to me, it makes more sense to just go for the person that has a higher chance of winning rather than trying to work really, really hard for Moonbyul to win all of these pre-votes and then streaming and then all the digital stuff, and it's a whole bunch of stuff that she has to overcome first. So I don't know. It's all up to you guys, I guess. I'm going to make my own judgment and you can make your own. The more experienced moves can handle all that stuff. Now we're finally moving on to the Lunatic. Sequence has reached #1 on the worldwide iTunes album chart on release. She's the first female K-pop artist in 2022 to chart her album at #1 on this worldwide chart. First day of Hanteo sales was 34,000, and now she's sold over 47,000 copies after 3 days. Moonbyul's music video was trending at #2 on YouTube worldwide, and she now has 95 Comca credits listed under her name for writing For Me and Do lyrics. She's only 3 songs away from surpassing The #1 K-pop female artist in terms of Kamka credits, Miro with 97. These added songs for Kamka got me kind of thinking, how much would Moonbyul actually earn with 95 Kamka credits? So I did some research. No one has a definitive answer since the contracts aren't publicized. They're more like educated guesses, but I did find 2 interesting articles talking about K-pop royalty fees. If you want to read through them, the all K-pop one is old, but it lets you have like this basis foundation of how the total earning for every song is split into for each person working on the song. And then Spindity, which I don't even know if that's a legit news article, talks about a recent change in the law that is messing up songwriters' paycheck, especially those that are retired like Kangeri, or like smaller songwriters like Mad Clown. Digital streaming rates in Korea have doubled, causing Korean citizens to actually cancel their membership with streaming sites such as Melon, and they're just pirating the song. It's honestly still super cheap compared to the US prices, even with the double whammy, but the streaming culture makes them prefer illegal downloading over paying double a month for listening to music. So even though the price is doubled, the amount of people doesn't cover the lost cost of the canceled memberships. I highly recommend you read the articles yourself. It's an interesting read. A detective Moo found out that the untitled song Moonbyul sang for us during the V Live back in September 2021 is actually turned out to be 뚜뚜뚜.
비가 그치기만을 기다려요. 이거는 한 부분이에요. 후렴은 아닙니다. 마음껏 그대를 그리워하다 보면 나도 다시.
Side note, Moonbyul also did the Babe fanfic with another Moo, but she actually got to speak with her. In recent interviews, Moonbyul has made it clear that Sequence is an album where she got to do everything she wanted after a lot of deliberation over the past 2 years, and she hopes that everyone can think this album is her when they listen to it. I personally think that's her saying that she was very involved in this album, and kind of her subtle way of saying that she's coming out of the closet without needing the 2 words, I'm gay. I don't know. That's how I'm interpreting this, and I'm very happy for her. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys think those 2 words still need to clearly be said frankly, or do you just not care because it's her private life, so it's like, whatever, it doesn't matter in the end, you do what you do? Let's have an open discussion. Now, even though Moonbyul had worked really hard on this album for a very long time, the music video actually was uploaded an hour late. And she told Hwasa during studio Hwa Night that she only found out about this incident when she was hosting Out Now. This delay was due to some kind of error. RBW has already apologized for it, and Moonbyul was very upset when she found out. I don't know what the error could have been to have been delayed like for an whole hour, because when you upload the video, you can do it in 15-minute segments. So either there was an issue with the video quality that they had to, and then they just double checked like last minute, and so it was busy rendering that took about an hour, or some kind of issues with the subtitles, like how it got English subtitles, I think 2 hours after it was released or something like that. It was just the English lyrics though, it's not an exact translation, but maybe they needed someone to proofread the English lyrics and they took a very long time. Either way, I personally think it's a bad mistake for a newly public music label to make this simple yet big mistake as that. Like, you should already have been mastering this, I guess you could say. It shouldn't have been a mistake that happened to a company this size. Moonbyul also personally apologized for the delay, during her comeback commemorative V-Live.
주셨으면 좋겠고요. 뮤직비디오가 또 많이들 봐주시면은 더 좋지 않을까라는 생각도 들어요. 노래도 그렇지만 저희가 또 이렇게 제가 아까도 또 속상하다고 했잖아요. 또 열심히 준비한 거만 정말 열심히 저는 이번에 모든 걸 맹세하는데 저는 정말 열심히 준비를 했는데 그래도 되게 오늘 딱 6시 되자마자 여러분들께 못 보여드린 점은 너무 죄송합니다. 죄송하고 저희가 더 열심히 노력해야 되는 부분이지 않을까라는 생각이 들어서 더 속상했던 것 같아요. 속상해서 뮤비도 많이 이뻐해 주시고 노래도 많이 이뻐해 주시고.
And then she went on V-Live again the next day, and she said that she's not thinking about it. The past is in the past. And she wants a lifelong time contract with Naver now. Another thing they talked about during Studio Hwa Night is their reaction to the Shutdown's lyric. Moonbyul even thought the lyrics should have been rated 19+, but they said it's actually not that bad. Hwasa was shocked because she had trouble with one curse word, but apparently sexual innuendo is okay. So she jokes saying that she's gonna use hips in her next song. To be fair enough, I think it's actually cool that sexual innuendo in songs are okay because sex is human nature, whereas cursing is kind of by choice. Although I still believe cursing isn't a bad influence on kids, but that's another story. Oh, and yeah, Hwasa took over Studio Moon Night. I'm gonna leave it at that so I don't spoil anything more. Moonbyul and Wheein are in a bunch of YouTube videos, so I made a playlist just having all of those videos in one single playlist, and we'll update it until their promotion ends. It's on my homepage, very easy to find. Moonbyul's also got a ton of friends on TikTok. She did a Lunatic dance challenge with Hook, Somi, JJ, and more. You just gotta check out Mamamoo's TikTok.
Hey sister!
Now for slightly Mamamoo related news, a staff member from Shooting Stars actually tested positive for COVID, and some of the cast members had to go through PCR tests and they're waiting for results. I don't think Moonbyul was there, otherwise we probably should have heard something from RBW already. So I think she's safe. Now for a fun fact. There's a Moo-moo all the way out in Antarctica. I know. Crazy! Mamamoo 4 with the Sun posted this on Instagram and left the link to the article. This is Hyosun-do. He's a senior researcher and first Korean to work at the Vostok station in Antarctica. So basically they're doing research for this climate change and to explain the geology and microorganisms at the bottom of this Vostok glacier since it's been around for over 1 million years. And it was through him that they discovered this Russian Moo-moo. I know, it's not even the Korean, it's the Russian guy. He's our Moo-moo. His name is Zachary Akulov. He's the head of winter research and built this sign himself last season at the entrance of the base. It says Mamamoo and it's pointed towards Seoul, 12,985 kilometers away. So probably due to the 7-year anniversary, he decided to make that sign. And actually, K-pop is pretty popular over there. According to Hyosun-do, K-pop is the second most frequently played genre after Russian songs in restaurants and lounges over near the base. Yo, we got moo-moos in all 7 continents. That is so cool. Maybe it's because like K-pop is so exciting, it gets like their blood going, you know, and it keeps them warm. That might be the reason why. I don't know. You guys can unbuckle your seatbelts now. The video's over. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 9 o'clock show that never starts at 9. My name's NynahNina. Love you. Appreciate you. See you next video. Bye!